gentlemen, welcome to the Famous ACME Comedy Hollywood and the Hollywood Stands Up Open Mic Live. Now please welcome to the stage the host of Open Mic Live, Tindell.
All right. Oh, hey, thanks, guys. Awesome. I appreciate the attempt at the singular clap from everyone at the beginning that just petered off after like 20 seconds. That was awesome. Welcome to Hollywood Stands Up Open Mic Live. I'm your host, Tindell. If you guys haven't been here before, you are going to get 4 minutes. I will let you at 3 with that little lamp right over there. So watch out for that. What do I have? Oh, our next open mic is going to be Friday. And if you guys come to that, you sign up to do that. We've got stand-up shows that night. The first one is going to be an evening with Stuart Smith, and the one after that will be Comedy Nightcap. And if you guys attend the Friday open mic, you can attend any of those for free. You guys ready to get started? Yeah, let's get going on this. All right. First up, we're going to have Morgan followed by Jared, and then Eli. So give it up for Morgan. Yeah.
Give it up for Ian hosting this. And also, I don't know if you know, but Josh Paget, who does the opening announcement, which is dope, he does that for us. You guys take this shit for granted. There's no other open mic that does this. Where somebody introduces like, come to the stage, Ian! Like no other mic at a coffee shop. Walking past the refrigerator, Mr. Ship! Right? They don't do that. But it's dope. This is a cool place. I work at the Apple Store in Santa Monica, as you can see by this sweater. I work there, and what's up? What's going on? No. We're not gonna open the store too. It's not gonna happen. Oh, is it just? It was a Hamid who opened the wrong door. You thought that was the entrance. Sorry. Sit the fuck down, Hamid. All right? We're sick and tired of your bullshit. Jesus Christ. Opening wrong doors. Isn't it funny how there's different parts of this? Thank you. Look at every time I walk the lights, they move with me. It's like this part of the stage is where drug deals go down. That part of the stage is like the back entrance to a concert or something. I don't know. That's so dope. Thank you, Josh. Whoa! Wait, there's a door here, guys. All right. That's all right. So I work retail. I've done different retail jobs. I worked at the Container Store. And if you don't know what the Container Store is, it's a store that specializes in containers, okay? And I did customer service there, which means I answered people's questions about containers. How many fucking questions can there be? Does this fit in that? Yes, it does. Can I put that in this? Yes, you can. One time I'm on the sales floor, and a woman comes up to me with a container in her hand. She's like, hey, what can I put in this? Whatever the fuck you want. You're an adult. I can't make these decisions for you. Maybe you should write down all your thoughts, put them in that container, never show them to anyone. It'd be cool to open up another container store across the street that just sells coffins, you know? That's not funny, I don't know, the thought that I have. I'll scratch it. But what I really want to talk about is I was so basically the other night I was at a bar after an open mic, and I was outside, and this guy challenged me to a cartwheel contest. This drunk dude, who's like, hey, I bet you $20 you can't do a one-handed cartwheel. And my immediate reaction was like, I don't want to do this because I don't want to hurt myself and have to like call my brother for money because I hurt myself in a cartwheeling accident. You know, like I don't want to do that. But then he started taunting me. He was like, what are you, a pussy? You a pussy? I want to do a cartwheel, you pussy? Want to go home to your mama? Tell me you can't do a cartwheel, pussy? And I was like, all right, I don't know if I can do one, but I'm going to do one. Did it, stuck it. I stuck the landing, crushed the cartwheel. The other guy immediately does it. And he was like fat and chubby, I didn't expect. He like landed it, he looked at me, he's like, double or nothing, you can't do a no hands cartwheel. I swear to God. And a hustler knows when he's being hustled. So I was like, no man, it's enough cartwheeling for me tonight. And he was like, "You're lucky, bro. You're lucky. You're lucky you get to keep your money. I already won $80 tonight." So this guy has been going from bar to bar, challenging people to cartwheels. Like that's how, like he goes out to do that. Like his friend's like, "Hey, what you doing tonight?" "Oh, you know, man. You know, I'm gonna get that cartwheel money. You know how we do it. Get that cartwheel money. Get that cartwheel." You gotta feel bad for the person who loses the money, who's like, "Yeah, man, I need money for gas. I don't know if you have any. I lost my last $20. I thought it was a lot. I know I have a gambling problem. What was it? Blackjack? Roulette?" "No, it was gymnastics, bro." All right. I'm working on it. It's got legs. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you, Morgan, giving a tour of the stage at the top of the show. That was awesome. And also, I didn't announce this at the top, cartwheel competition in the back of the theater after this show. If you guys want to get some cartwheel money, that's a good place to do it. All right, next up to the stage, Jared, followed by Eli, and then Finn. Give it up for Jared. Yeah.
Oh man, this is so intense. But guys, like, you know you're pathetic when, like, if a parking cop makes you feel sorry for yourself, you know? Because I was, like, sleeping in my car, and my pants were down bathroom style, naked, with a blanket over my face. And then he comes up to me, I'm like, "All right, just give me the ticket." And he's like, "I feel bad for you." And then he grew a heart that time, and then he just took off. And I made a cop care about me. Not many people can do that. My mom was a stripper, and that's why I don't go to strip clubs, because, well, that's why I get a lap dance from one of her friends. Because, like, women, they talk, you know? You say hi, and she says hi back, and then she's like, "Why aren't you looking at my face?" I'm like, I don't know. And that's why when I see girls I like to throw money at them while I'm naked. Mom would be upset, because she always hated ones. It's awful. My butt is red just thinking about it, because she wants me to put clothes on. Oh, it's just painful. I almost follow her footsteps. I tried to be a go-go dancer, which is like go-go boy. Yeah, I didn't have like a thong, and so I go up to this dude who looks like Brian Urlacher. I'm like, "Sir, give me a wedgie," and he gives me this big wedgie, and I have a V-shaped thong, so I can show my buttocks and make a lot of money. And I was really hyped, you know. I'm dancing here, kind of like I am right here now, in front of like two dudes just drinking martinis. I'm like, "Give me my rent money, I need it." And I'm just like, yeah. And I felt like a champ, even though I made no money. And the guy's like, "Hey, if anyone gets hurt, I'll pay you, you know, I'll call you." And that's how I made the practice squad of the Go-Go Boy dance team. They never called me. Why? It sucks, you know? But I'm single. That's original. So this chick was all like, "I only use Tide." I'm like, "You're high maintenance." And she's like, "Why are you talking to me, you creep?" And I'm like, "First of all, I'm a good person." You know, I was appalled. I'm an organ donor. I have a red dot on my license. And then I continue to stalk her. And she asked me for dinner. And we ate pot roast together. It's very anticlimactic. I just got back from it. Awkward moment. But I'm a nice guy, you know? Like, when people, like, argue with me or threaten me, you know, they'll be like, "Yo, man, what's your problem?" And I'll be like, "Sir, it's a beautiful day, the sun's shining, your skin's silky and smooth." And he'll be like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yes, and your shoes look wonderful, too." And then he skips off merrily with a smile on his face. He's so happy, it's like he's at a Tom Petty concert. Fine, Dave Matthews Band. That's funnier. I need more relevance. Now my time is almost up. I like the blamp. I'm just gonna kill myself on stage. That's what I do. I'm Jared Levin.
He likes the lamp. Give it up for the lamp as well. All right. Thanks, guys. Next to the stage is Eli, followed by Finn, and then Jason. So give it up for Eli.
Thanks. I don't know what just
having this greatest day of my life, though. I have a show in a sex shop, and so I've been people watching a lot when I have time to kill. The show starts up top, and I don't like to really classify the difference between men and women, but one thing I did find that's really funny is women tend to have dildo parties. Like they just buy a bunch of phallic toys and talk about them. Apparently, they just round table it at their house. That's so much fun. And any time a girl talks about experimenting with a girl, it's the most phenomenal. It just sounds like a fucking party. They're like, yeah, we just got drunk and had fun. And the my only friend I ever know that ever did anything with another guy, he's like, yeah, I hooked up with a guy once. It couldn't be a more destructive thing for him. I think that's a hilarious gender difference. Because it literally comes down to in a bedroom experimenting, it's two girls just did you come yet? Well, we'll figure it out. We got the whole night. I intentionally penciled everything. I feel like if it's two guys in a room naked, the other's just I'm gonna fucking kill you and your family if you tell anybody about this. I know where you live. All right. A lot of you aren't comfortable with your sexuality. It's fine. Whatever, your 30s are coming up. Don't worry. At some point. I saw a woman wearing a shirt that says, "What happens on this shirt stays with this shirt." So I've seen the most disgusting thing ever. That's a one-liner. I love The Expendables 2 is coming out, and the same thing happened when the first Expendables came out. Everyone's like, how did Sylvester Stallone get all these people in a movie together? That's amazing. Not really that hard. When was the last time you ever heard anyone in a conversation go, I haven't seen Dolph Lundgren in anything in a while. I really can't wait for that to happen. That's ridiculous. One time, I had a non-sex acting role in a porn film once, because of the podcast I have. A long time ago, a performer named Joanna Angel asked me who was on my show, asked if I wanted to, just based off my stand-up. She's like, come do a scene, which that's my favorite part. It was based on comedic skills, and all she wanted me to do was say a line where I go, no thank you. That's it. That's for comedy guy. So when I got to the set, one of my friends was like, be careful, that's a slippery slope. What the fuck are you talking about? He's like, yeah, you could end up on the other side of the camera. Take a look at me just for a second, physically, head to fucking toe. Do you think anyone's going to be like, hey, you've got minor scoliosis and a lisp and flamboyant posture. Do you ever think about fucking on camera? Yeah, totally. Let's do it. That's ridiculous. And I couldn't come up with a funny porn name. Up front, I had to fill out a piece of paper, and you have to use a pseudonym. I mean, you can use a real name if you want, but this is the one chance in my life I could genuinely have a porn name. So I couldn't think of anything clever, and so I just, for the meantime, wrote down Frank T.J. Mackey, which is Tom Cruise's character in Magnolia. Wrote that down, walked around, and I was like, and it's just like a normal movie set. You just sit by a craft services table and wait for your call time. And the whole time I was waiting, I was trying to have a Boogie Nights moment where I wanted to see somebody doing blow or off someone's rib cage or something, or their ass. I just didn't get to see. I don't know why I picked the rib cage there, but it didn't happen. The closest I got to it was a girl that was sitting there goes, I don't like the taste of Mexican Coca-Cola. It feels get this feeling down your throat like I'm doing a line, and I don't want that feeling unless I'm doing a line, And I just turned and I was like, yeah, no, totally, I get it. Totally get it, because I don't do cocaine. And at the end of the whole thing, so I had to play, when I got in, I was like, do I stick to the script or do I just, do I get carte blanche here? And they're like, no, just stick to the script. Sincerely. And I was playing the role of an insecure hipster. That was actually the name of the role. And they had to stop and say, you're not being insecure enough. I was pulling from real life. That was ridiculous. I couldn't fucking believe that. And at the end of the whole thing, I realized when I asked, I was like, do I get carte blanche? I was like, holy shit, I had a fucking cathartic moment. I was like, that's my fucking porn name. So I ran to this call sheet again. I was like, I need to change my name. So I wrote my porn name as Carte Blanche. But the problem was I didn't cross off the first name, so when the movie came out in the credits, it says Insecure Hipster, Frank T.J. Mackey / Carte Blanche. So I'm the fucking Olsen twins of porn. All right, thank you very much. Good.
Give it up for Carte Blanche. As an actor in LA, I sat there with envy, he got a role. Oh no, I can't even get a non-speaking role in a porno film. All right, next up is going to be Finn, followed by Jason, and then Ahmed. Give it up for Finn.
Comedy Theater. Oh, I lost so much steam. Just trying to shout out. Jesus Christ. Woo, I'm from Alaska, you guys. A lot of you probably know that. It's weird. It's very isolating. I'm from an island in Southeast Alaska also, which is like another level. And like, there's no roads or anything leading off of the island that I'm from. There is actually one road, but it just leads to another much smaller island, which as a teenager is a lot like tunneling your way out of prison only to find yourself in another much smaller prison. It's the worst thing. It was such a fuck you. But because of this, like, we were very, very isolated. I want to impress that upon you. So I didn't have access to porn. Like, I was an only child. I didn't have any older siblings that could give it to me. I didn't have porn. I started masturbating before the internet came out. No, I didn't know what to do. So, to get around this, what I would do is I wrote my own erotica. Do you understand? I fashioned my own jack-off materials out of just what I had around, which is just my imagination. I was roughing it in the wild. I found some of it recently. It's a doozy, you guys. I had a lot of stuff going on. It's pretty weird. It's called Plane Crash on Boob Island, and it's basically just the plot of Lost, except with like lots. I mean, I'm sure there is a pornographic parody of Lost, which I feel like I should get money for that if that exists. Like, I don't know, who's to say that they weren't going through my porn notebooks from 2001? They definitely weren't doing that. That'd be pretty crazy if they were coming up to Alaska to dig through story ideas. Yeah. Alaska's weird. It might be surprising to you guys, but, like, I'm not, like, in Alaska, I'm not, like, a very masculine person. It's like the standards there are very, very high. Like, the main reason people move to Alaska is to prepare for the apocalypse. Like, to get all the skills that they're gonna need, like fishing and hunting and everything, so that they're gonna be ready when shit goes down later. And like, high school was rough for me because I'm not, I mostly just wrote my own porn. And like, I didn't fish, I didn't really hunt. And so, like, I had a plan though going into it. My plan was I was going to do a sport, and I was going to do like the weird nerdy thing that I wanted to do. So the thing that I chose was I chose drama club and wrestling, which is the gayest thing and the other gayest thing. Like, high school is not good for me. It's like I pretty much covered all of my bases as far as being called a faggot goes. It was a rough time. Turns out people up north, not a fan of queer identity. Ooh, I'm gonna call it right there, you guys. You've been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Just want to make a quick announcement. Plane Crash on Boob Island, as well as Finn Straley's other erotica works, are now available on your Nook. So check that out. Yes. All right, next up is Jason, followed by Ahmed, and then Matt. Give it up for Jason.
Hey guys. Hi. Hi. So we were talking in line earlier about being like poor. Obviously, I don't recognize all of you, so maybe some of you aren't poor, but most of us, except maybe Matt Champagne, are, because you can afford like a toaster. We were talking about that. People tell me, they always complain to me about being poor, and then they tell me about things that are on Netflix. I'm like, you can afford Netflix? I really gotta get my shit together. Cannot afford. I mean, it's like, oh, it's $8 a month or whatever, but that's like, you're spending, what, $80, $90 a year to watch like Werner Herzog documentaries on demand. I cannot afford that. Luckily it rained yesterday, and I say luckily because I was starting to worry about the grass that's growing in my car. And my car filled with water again, so I think the grass is good for another week. Just sprouting on the floorboards. That's where I'm at right now. Alright. How are we doing, guys? You're in the wrong place. I waterboarded 55 people once, I've never talked about it on stage, but the circumstances were it was Burning Man, and my camp was Camp Gitmo, and we would waterboard volunteers. If you don't know, waterboarding, you put your mouth below your lungs, and then you pour water over on their mouth, and then your body thinks you're upside down underwater. And it's like the worst thing you can do to someone, because even if you know, like these people can tap out at any time. But even if you know that, your body thinks you're drowning, and you just go into like a full survival panic mode. And I did that to like just dozens of people. The average time to tap out was like a second. They would just immediately stop. But one woman was determined to do better. There's no jokes in this, by the way. This is just a story. Pretend I'm on a storytelling show later. And on her third attempt, she held her breath for like 40 seconds, and then she just resisted for like 15 seconds. And her eyes were twitching, her eyes rolled in the back of her head. And I don't know where this story ends. All right, well, we learned something. That's what I've been up to. It's the highlight of my life. Torturing people. Going to hell. For sure. All right. I feel like Matt Champagne's always judging me. He's probably... Oh, you are?
I'm watching you on that screen behind you.
Yeah. You and thousands of people at home. I really have to stop cutting my own hair. Okay. I realized that I want to raise my kids Jewish, which I guess means my wife has to be Jewish, because I'm not Jewish. And so if we're both not Jewish, well, then it's just weird. That's something in like a regular room that would be okay or not? That's something? They're like, okay. So we've learned something today. It's not a total.
Why are you looking at Nemo?
You're the only one I can see.
Oh, really? Okay.
Plus, I feel like you're always judging me.
Yeah, well, you keep looking at
I feel like one time I bombed.
I'm just uncomfortable.
Sure, that's understandable. I make a lot of people uncomfortable. I feel like one time I bombed at Silver Lake Lounge, and you won't remember this.
Oh, I remember.
No, I mean, like, this is, there's a lot of people that go through those doors. But I just feel like, I don't know, I'm going to get good at comedy. I'm going to prove myself to you, man.
Really?
Yeah. Great, thanks.
Stage can be used for a lot of things. Sometimes just storytelling, sometimes making Matt Champagne uncomfortable. But it's all good stuff. It's all fine. All right, next up is Ahmed, followed by Matt, and then Richard. Give it up for Ahmed. Yeah, come on, you can do it. All right, yeah.
Oh man, I like the idea that Jason does cut his own hair, and the mohawk is like a complete accident. This is the first time he's like, oh shit, gotta stop cutting my own hair. This is all I don't. Okay, good riff. I as well, I'm very poor, and just kind of walk around. That's all I can do, just walk. And I was in the grocery store today, and the first thing is like a hand sanitizer station when you walk in, right? It kills 99.99% of all germs and bacteria. And all I could think was, man, those guys got fucking close. Those guys got close. Those guys got really close. Is it hack? It's close. I'm just gonna push this into my nose. There's a lot of I live in a very poor neighborhood, and there's a lot of stores in my neighborhood just called Internet. It's just stores. They're just stores called Internet. They're not like trendy Wi-Fi hotspots. They just don't know what it is. They just call the store Internet. And there's just a picture of Yoshi on the window holding a battery, randomly, and like a Yu-Gi-Oh kite sadly draping from the tree outside. And you walk in, you're just stepping on used copies of Sim Safari and Sim Tower. There's a dog in the corner he's just chewing on a fucking Dreamcast controller, and then you realize there's a dog in the store because a family lives there. There's like rooms in the back, and there's a poor Mexican family living there, and I'm literally just some asshole in their living room with a pen and paper, just going, oh, this is funny. I'm gonna write a joke. I'm gonna try it later at Acme. Sim Tower. I'm gonna use that. They were this close, 99.99%. 0.01 away. Is it? Shit. Cool. Good. This is going well. I was thinking about joining a nudist colony, and like the only thing holding me back from doing that, I think, is I feel like every nudist colony has one annoying guy who's just always trying to fuck, like all the time. Like everywhere he goes, he just shows up with a huge erection and lube. He's like, "Who's trying to fuck?" It's like, this is Fran's 93rd birthday. Why don't you take it easy? Why don't you hold back? It's like, I don't give a shit. I'm just trying to fuck. We're naked. We're wasting time. Let's fuck. It's like, this is a nudist colony, all right? We're a community. We're trying to have a society here. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about Miss Hamilton's view on taxes. Just trying to fuck. It's like, how did he get on the voting committee? I don't understand. Do nudist colonies have that? Does that joke make sense? I'm not going to ask you guys about my jokes anymore. All right, that's it. Thanks, Dad.
All right, next to the stage, we're going to have Matt, followed by Richard, and then Dana. Give it up for Matt.
Woo! Thanks a lot. I'm a very judgmental guy, but keep in mind, I'm here, so yin and yang, you know what I mean? I really have no business being, I'm a judgmental guy. Tell you a story. I was in the Glendale Galleria yesterday, and I saw a, extreme fitness kiosk, right? And there was a guy working at the kiosk putting a woman through some kind of a stretch, you know, with her arms out like this. And he goes, can you feel it? And she goes, you're hurting me. Right as I was passing by. And I was like, oh man, what are the odds that I would be there for that exchange? Can you feel it? You're hurting me. And I thought, that's perfect. As a stand-up, you know, sometimes a dime will just drop in your lap like that. And then I thought, wait a second. I looked around. I'm at the Glendale Galleria, and I thought, that's something that you should hear all the time at the Glendale Galleria. You're hurting me. That is something that should be very common in that place. That's a sad place, like a security guard in the middle of the JCPenney, just sort of looking down at the ground, not talking to anybody, just going, you're hurting me. That would make sense for an environment like that. They're like in the Target, just, you know, some suburban mom, just on the escalator going up, not just by herself, saying to no one in particular, you're hurting me. That would make sense. Did you guys know in all of the Glendale Galleria there is but one Cinnabon? One store, one Cinnabon, right? But the whole place smells like Cinnabon. Like somehow the whole place smells like an eclair. The parking lot smells like a bear claw. It's weird. It's like sugared, glazed odor running through the entire place. I passed by the Apple store. This is sort of unrelated. And I was walking by the Apple store, and I noticed that there were way more employees in that place than customers. Like the employees outweighed the number of them outweighed the customers. There were about 25 employees, about 6 customers. It looked like every school dance that every one of those employees had ever been to. It was just trying to make contact with people. Trying to make contact. Here's a headline. It's on the news today. Headline, word for word. Pizza Hut launches hot dog stuffed crust.
What?
Yeah. Into space, I hope, right? Come on. Get it out of here. I saw a picture of it. It's like the crust, the pizza, right, on the side, and then coming out of the side of the crust, the tip of a hot dog. Just the tip. I'm serious. I want to do 30 minutes on the hot dog stuffed crust. You're hurting me. Brown recluse. Brown recluse. You know you guys know the brown recluse spider? It'll kill you. It'll kill you if you're not careful. I love the name though, brown recluse. But if you think that's a scary name for a spider, you should meet the chartreuse rapscallion. That guy, nuts. The chartreuse. You try it. You find another comedian that's doing a chartreuse rapscallion joke, and I'll blow you. It's tough. Okay. Here's an impression of a guy coming out of the closet. Hey, I'm gay. Here's an impression of a guy coming out of the water closet. Hey, I just took a shit. I'm gay. In Europe. It's water closet, right? Not wash closet? Okay. Still working on that one. All right, we made Matt Champagne. Thank you very much. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, normally I don't get vocal during another man's set, but that hot dog stuffed fucking pizza thing, I had to say what? Now that's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. They're just looking for another thing to stuff in there. I'm just gonna stuff a penis in there. All right, next. Next up, Richard, followed by Dana, and then Mike. Give it up for Richard. Give it up, yeah.
Oh man, that's good. I gotta say this before I forget it. What was it? You're hurting me? That's good. I'm trying to get rid of That's What She Said. And it's perfect. It's big. You're hurting me. Fuck. Okay, so this is like I'm brand new to this. And let's see. Oh man. I'm like trying to like look at people because I've been watching these videos. It's pretty good that you do this because I can see how bad I suck at this shit. But I noticed like the first time I just sucked, and the second time I sucked too, but I sucked differently each time. So yeah, I'm working on eye contact, but the lights, they're like blinding me, so I'm like just blinding myself. I used to look up at the sun a lot, and which, you know, I guess I should be used to it, but it's like hurting my eyes. Can you guys, I can't see you, and you can see me, that's really weird. Yeah, what was I gonna talk about? Let's see. Oh yeah, you guys were all talking about, okay, you guys are really funny. Like the last couple times that I came here, we all sucked. I mean, I sucked, but you guys were actually pretty good. We had go-go dancers, porn actors, porn writers. Like, I mean, I did a lot of acid, but you guys, that's some crazy shit. Are those real stories? Like, Jesus. I thought that shit was like make-believe, like, I don't know. I used to play D&D a lot, I mean, it's like yeah. Seems like everybody's talking about sex topics a lot, so I'm gonna talk about this Cosmo magazine that I was reading. I can't really read, so I was just looking at the pictures. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I was on the pooper reading this Cosmo magazine, and it said, you know, all these magazines, they won't sell if it says sex. So it's just sex, sex, sex. You know, I don't know, it's like porn almost, but whatever. It said 10 ways to please your man with sex, or it was like in bed or something. My memory really sucks. But I'm just thinking to myself, if you want to please your man, just buy him video games. Jesus. And if you want to please him with sex, just let him play the video games after. I mean, chances are he's not going to hang out with you in the bed. I just blew my load, get off me. I don't want to cuddle with you. I just want to go play Call of Duty. And yeah, so I guess I'm going to ask, like, my delivery? I'm working on it. My delivery, I'm working on it, okay? Yeah. Gay people. I don't get why people pick on gay people. It's like, just let them be gay. I don't understand. And I like have debates with like my heterosexual friends who are like, what would you do if your son was gay? I'm like, I don't care. What does it matter? Do you know what I mean? But wait, where was I going with that? I'm totally not high. Oh yeah. I don't know how some people do this shit high. Like if you're high, like I don't know how you come here and do this. Like it was like 4 o'clock and I was like, fuck, I don't want to do this. I come here. If I was like getting high, I would just like smoke a bowl and just, I don't know. This is me on the computer. But the lamp's going. See, it's weird that the lamp's going because I can't time a minute really well, and I can't really add 99.99 to get 100. Some of you guys thought that. Yeah. So. Okay, so I think I made some progress here. Yeah, I tried none of my written stuff because that shit's garbage. So I just kind of went with it. I was going to talk about gay people. I'll keep clapping, but yeah, okay. Thank you. Maybe I'll do this again.
The secret to this that no one tells you is that everyone sucks at this. At some point, everyone fucking sucks at this. That's cool, and it's actually really like. I love the attitude of I sucked both times, but I sucked in a different way the other time. Like that's pretty cool. I like that. Next to the stage, Dana, followed by Mike, and then Connie. Give it up for Dana.
Thank you. Nice. Cool. It's my first time here. It's really nice. All right. I'll just dive right in. I don't know if you guys remember this. You seem like you're probably a little younger than me. I don't want to say how old I am, but I did grow up learning the Dewey Decimal System. But it used to be like when you went to the grocery store, there was like a little tin can there, and after you paid for your groceries, you could throw in a quarter or not throw in a quarter, and nobody really cared what you did. But now when I go to the grocery store, they always pitch me on a cause. And I find like the most uncomfortable thing is when they name the cause, because I can't say no without sounding like a total jackass. So now I just go for it. They're like, hey, you want to donate money to breast cancer? And I'm like, actually, that doesn't run in my family. What do you have in lower back pain? Do you want to donate money to MS? I've been saving up for Crohn's. Do you want to donate money to help save the environment? I don't have children, which makes me feel like I've done my part. And they're always like, what about the Arctic polar bears? And I'm like, what about the Los Angeles bipolar bears? So I do have bipolar disorder. Anybody else? Okay. My brother was very excited when he found out. He's like, come on, we're going to Vegas. And I was like, that's autism, you jackass. That's disease. But there is one cause I wanted to talk about, which is this year. It's a tough year. I lost a few friends to babies. It's very sad, very debilitating. Seem to suffer from a lot of exhaustion. They can't complete full sentences without mentioning Zoe, Chloe, or Brooklyn. And it just made me think, like, why do we congratulate people when they have kids? Shouldn't we wait and see how they turn out first before we go giving a diaper genie to every Tom, Dick, and Palin? I mean, I just think, like, many years ago, people, someone said congratulations to Mrs. Bin Laden. And I think they're probably feeling a little foolish now. Somebody bought a gift for a little Bernie Madoff, they're probably not that. And, like, the things that my friends register for are so off the charts ridiculous. Like, my friends just had a baby and they registered for baby Einstein. And I'm like, you know what? I've met your family, both sides. I'm going with one fish, two fish. For you, for your husband, An Idiot's Guide to Parenting, and for the baby, I could get a savings bond, but let's face it, I think it's more sensible to get a bail bond. Because the closest your kid is getting to Einstein is bagel. So, cool, that's the 1 minute left. All right, cool, so now's a good time to do shameless promotion. This is my first time up on this stage, but in a couple of weeks I'm taping a CD here. I think it'll be a CD, that's if it goes well, it'll be a CD. If it does not go well, it'll be like a comedy show with a lot of expensive equipment I'll be paying off for a long time. So if you guys want to come, I have little postcards, and I'll feel just as awkward giving them to you. So we don't have to make eye contact or anything. Just know that if you want, you can email me, and I am comping in comics. So and then I'll just end on something fucking brilliant. Oh, let's just end on this, because we were talking about the kids anyway. I was at the airport, and this kid, he was barking. And I guess nobody says anything anymore. And I was like, is this where it's come to? Like, I'm responsible for drawing the line now on acceptable behavior. And like, I don't even know how to broach this kind of thing. I was just like, I hate to bring it up, but your kid is barking. And she was like, he's 2. And I was like, oh, okay, well, if he starts humping my leg, we're gonna have to put him down. So, all right, thanks you guys for having me. Very nice.
All right, next to the stage will be Mike, followed by Connie. Give it up for Mike. Give it up for Mike. Mike, everyone. Give it up for Mike.
Thank you. Wow, it is bright. Thank you. Yeah. So you guys ever been to Costco? I haven't been to Costco in 2 weeks, but let me tell you, I'm still drinking the Kool-Aid. Everything I own is from Costco. I'm not kidding. I buy Kirkland shrimp. I buy Kirkland socks. These shoes. This shirt is actually Alfani, but don't judge me for that. You guys are so fast up here. Everybody's always multitasking. I tried doing 2 things at once and I ended up throwing my socks in the toilet. I actually put good single tasker on my resume, but from the rest of the resume they could tell that just wasn't true. So I've got no tasking abilities. You guys passed by Radio Shack on the way here on La Brea? They're calling themselves The Shack. I actually think it's an improvement because I can't think of 2 words that make me think of an electronic superstore less than Radio Shack. Makes me think of like Ted Kaczynski's house. Not jail. So people are like, hey, you shouldn't eat corn-fed beef. You should only eat grass-fed beef because cows can't digest corn. And it's like, no one can digest corn. Anyone who's ever eaten corn and looked around I think it sucks for Adele that she's white. Because if she were black, people would be like, hey, that black chick can really sing. But instead they're like, hey, that fat chick can really sing. My girlfriend likes spooning, but I always fuck it up and end up sporking. I must have read that one wrong. Whenever I say wow, what I mean is the opposite of wow. Like if I were you, I'd be saying wow right now. Oh yeah. If having holes in your crotch were in fashion, if having holes in the crotch of your jeans were in fashion, I would be the trendiest guy on the planet. I don't know whether it's the Costco jeans or whether it's like my thighs or the way that I take long strides or like, sometimes I go up 3 stairs at once. I kind of skipped over the punchline of that and now I'm in uncharted territory. I'm just looking at stairs. It's the only thing I can see is a set of stairs. Has it really been 3 minutes already? Is it going as fast for you as it is for me? I think, you know Coors Light is a really bad beer because their entire ad campaign is, our beer is the coldest beer. And it's like, hey, that relies on my fridge and my patience. Bud Light advertises something called drinkability. I don't really know what that is, but I think it's a step up from coldest beer. Miller Lite's got a vortex bottle, as if people are pouring Miller Lite into a glass. It's like no one has the peripheral vision to enjoy this vortex bottle. So I like to say that Miller Lite is for the birds. Miller Lite's got this thing now, I'm just running over the top. They got this thing called manning up, as if manning up is drinking Miller Lite. You know? Okay, thanks.
All right, guys, we are at our last 3 comics already. But since we've been going fairly quickly today, if anyone wants to get up and do another 3, let me know, and I'll get you up to do another 3 minutes. All right, our final 3 will be Connie, Valentino, and then Izzy, unless anyone else wants to do another 3. So give it up for Connie. Give it up for Connie. Come on, let's give it up for her. Yeah, there we go. See, it's nicer when you do that.
I'm not taking it personally. I'm sure you guys are all like, I don't think anyone's sitting on their hands like, no, she's not getting a clap from me. So a few months ago, I was struggling to find a job, and now I'm struggling to keep a straight face as I apply for a job. I came across an ad on Craigslist advertising for, they want a dishwasher, but you need to have experience, and you need to have a food handler's license. I just think it's interesting that they want you to have a license to handle the thing you're throwing away. I mean, and first off, you want experience that a machine could have. Like, these days I feel like you would need 3 references just to get murdered. Just pretty gosh darn depressing. So I have this small gig right now where I host shows for a burlesque act. I don't strip in it. I don't have the coordination or the skin, but I do comedy for the show. The girls are really nice, very down to earth, and you hear a lot of interesting things. Some of them are strippers, clearly. Apparently, there's this thing where you can tell just by looking at a woman's face whether or not she would be good at giving head, and apparently it's because the muscles required to give good head are like right here, and depending on how skilled she is, they're gonna be pretty well toned. So let's say like if you had to choose between like getting a blowjob from Madonna now, who's Miss, or like a Kirsten Dunst, you're gonna want to choose the Madonna now. You're gonna have a good time. Just gonna take a quick peek. I'm really addicted to the internet right now. I know it's common or whatever, but it's another thing to be ashamed of for me. You're in a bad place when you're looking at a list of something, like top 10 Super Mario fan art pieces, top 10 scariest places on Earth, top 10. Oh, this one's my favorite. They get Disney princesses and make them look like real people. I'm like, oh, this is the 90th time I've seen one of these. Great, now I have to look at all of them. Click. I don't know what it is. It's good art, too. Like, it's made by people who have even more time and lack of focus than me. And I just, every single time I look at it, I'm like, whoa, what happened? And how did I get here? Like, I wish I could trace the history and be like, no. See, you were reading the news like a good person, and then you landed on the entertainment section, and then that led to the gossip section, and then that section had a bunch of lists on it, and now you're reading about what would gummy bears look like if they ran the world. Anyone here like rap? Yeah. Okay. I was listening to this indie rapper called Machine Gun Kelly, and he was going on and on and on about how great Cleveland was. Like, he's all like, I got a Cleveland shirt, I got a Cleveland hat. And after a while, I was like, Cleveland sounds pretty darn cool. And then at the end, he's like, don't you come around here. Don't be coming around here. And I'm like, why not? You made it sound great. How anti-tourism is rap. Like, I know they don't have any rappers in like Napa Valley or Sonoma, but I just, why would you brag on and on about how great your hood is if you don't want anyone to go? Like, are you agreeing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. No, it's weird. Like, that's like me bragging about what a great, like, car I have. We'd be like, but you're never gonna see it. Don't even look at it. It's fucking great though. Don't look at it. Oh, another little thing about Machine Gun Kelly is he's a skinny little white boy. Like he makes Eminem look black. That's how white he looks. But he has the, what's it called? Close. No, abbreviation. He has the abbreviation of his name tattooed in huge letters on his back, and I'm like, that's some serious faith in your career. Because like, unless like, if you don't make it, you're gonna have to like figure out what else that could possibly stand for. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Next to the stage, Valentino, followed by Izzy, and then Dana. Give it up for Valentino. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Y'all can't give it up for me?
Yeah.
That's all good, man. Thank you. Y'all did it for Trayvon. I mean, counts, man. I just realized that I'm young as fuck, like, compared to, like, most people in Hollywood. Like, I'm at an age right now where I can, like, fight and die for my country, be charged as an adult, have people tell me I still have a chance of making it. It's like, and, like, it's weird as fuck. And, I'm also at an age where, like, I can't comment on life issues. Like, people always tell me I haven't lived. Like, what is it considered you lived? I'm roommates right now with a ex-Houston Rocket basketball player and a pimp. I think I lived. And if I haven't, I think I'm damn close. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I be getting into debates with my roommates all the time about stuff that's going on in life and stuff. Like, I like to think positive about everything that's going on. Like, I like to try to find a good thing about stuff that's going on. Like, the whole Coney 2012 was going on, I was like, Coney ain't that bad. I mean, gas in Africa is $1.25. You know? I mean, we'll kill some people for that, won't we? That's how I feel. And then when the Trayvon Martin thing first started, I was like, yeah, look on the bright side. He's gonna be in heaven with Skittles and iced tea. You know all the ratchet bitches in heaven gonna love him? That's how I feel. That's just how I feel, bro. Yeah. So women in LA, I noticed this about women in LA. Like, women in LA are afraid to say no, like to guys. It's weird because, like, they're afraid to say no, mainly because every guy in LA is really, like, trying to pursue some kind of entertainment career, and they don't want to, like, break up with the guy right before he makes it. Like, I don't want to be that chick that, like, leaves and the next day he becomes famous. Like, that's just how it is. That's how they is. I mean, I think the number one pickup line in LA is, you know I got a call back, right? That's how easy they are. Women in LA is too easy. I mean, I'm at a point right now where women are so easy that I'm like, in LA, that I'm scared to even talk or mess with them, you know? Like, cause like, it's just real with STDs, man. That's how I feel. I mean, STDs and like tattoos in LA is getting so ridiculous. I think like, the only like tattoo people should be allowed is an STD checklist. Like, it'll make dating in LA way more easier, you know? Can you imagine going to the club and you see the girl that you like, you into, you see, first eye contact, that's the one you think. And you go up to her and you just check her checklist and see if it matches yours? It saves you so much money on buying drinks. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's the light right there? Dang. Let me see what I got. I like to look at porn stars as very intelligent people, but they're just less fortunate. I say that because, like, when will the government tell us that the porn industry and Sally Mae are working together to fuck up college students' lives? Because they both like private, like, corporations. Nobody knows where their money really comes from at first. That's just how I Yeah. Thanks for having me.
All right, next up, Izzy, followed by Dana, and then if anyone else wants to get another 3, let me know. All right, give it up for Izzy. Oh, okay.
Nobody did that entrance. That was just how y'all doing. I'm debating on if I should like do material that works or if I should try out new material. What you guys think? Cool. Okay. My parents always try to give me relationship advice, and I don't like to take it because like they're divorced. I don't want relationship advice from like divorced parents, but like the way I treat women like a sweater. You feel me? Like sweater, woman, same thing. You go to the store, you see a sweater, you like it, you get it. You go to the mall, you see a girl, you like her, you get the girl. Sweater, girl, same thing. You ever come in the house one day and your brother was wearing your sweater? The type of sweaters I like tight sweaters, you know what I'm saying? Because I get to stretch them out, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? But this one sweater, I tried it on, it was kind of loose, so I don't call that sweater no more. So, I don't really call that sweater no more, but you gotta watch out. You ever get a sweater that give you a rash? That's why you gotta wear undershirts under your sweaters, man. You gotta wear undershirts. But like, what's crazy is, you guys ever wonder like who was the first to do stuff? Like I just go about life and I just wonder who's the first. Like, who was the first person to be dancing and just like shake her butt and look back at it? Like, who was the first person to do that? Who was the first girl that was just like, you know what, I'm gonna look back at it? Who was the first person, who was the first slave that couldn't sing and decided he wanted to be a rapper? Like, who was the first slave that did that? Follow the dream, go. I can't do that, but yo, check it. Who was the first slave that did that? Who was the first person that just woke up and just was like, yeah. That's a cartwheel. That one right there, that will be a cartwheel. Like, who just wakes up and does that? Who was the first person that like got punched in the face? Like, what did they do? Dude, stop. All right, dude, go on. Did that hurt? Yeah, that's called a punch. And if you do it again, I'm gonna invent something called the kick. Like, who was the first person to do that? Like, that's crazy. Anybody got like kids? Nobody? That's great. It's fantastic. Valentino, you're my friend. Have a kid today. That's what's up, dude. That's crazy. Man, can y'all like, I just want like the parents to stop teaching their daughters how to go dig at such a young age. Because I'm 16 and women are like gold digging and I'm like, I'm 16, can you let them figure it out for their own? Like, my teacher assigned me an egg project, and it's like it's a project for a grade, and this woman got me for all my lunch tickets. I was really upset. All my lunch tickets. All of them. I was like, angry. But I used to live in a studio apartment with my dad, and I loved it because my dad couldn't punish me the way that he wanted to punish me. Like, he would say stuff, he'd be like, go to your room. I'm like, you gonna stay here? He'd be like, shut up, you can't watch TV. I'm like, you can't watch TV. He'd be like, shut up, go to bed. I'd be like, scoot over. And I'm glad I don't like live there anymore because he had a girl come over one time in the studio, and it's like, the studio's weird because like, it's like his bed is over here, and then I got like a couch kind of over there. So I'm asleep on the couch, and he's on the bed with the chick, and I'm just asleep on the couch, and I hear in the middle of the night, it's like, oh God, oh Jesus, oh Lord, yes, Jesus, God. And I was like, okay, my dad got a prayer partner. So my dad's praying, and I know he was praying because the way he sounded like a bishop. He was like, yeah. Yeah, bless it. I was like, dude, come on, man, I got school tomorrow. But I'm going to end with this. I have a really good Michael Jackson impression, and I think you guys should check it out. So I'm going to end with this. All right, here we go. All right, that's me. That's slippery.
All right. You know, I almost wore a sweater today. I would have felt really awkward coming up after that joke if I'd worn that goddamn sweater. I'm glad I didn't go with that. All right, next to the stage, Dana, followed by Morgan. Give it up for Dana.
Give it up. You guys would stop giving it up. Give it up. Yeah.
I was just here. I wouldn't expect you to. It's exhausting. I know. Cool. Let's try the stuff that I was told not to do for my Sunday taping. I give it to. I like girls, and it took me a long time to come out because I suck at softball. And yeah, and it's weird because I don't have the new friends yet. I'm always still out with my straight friends, and I always get like a guy that comes up to me to be like, "Hey, what's your sign?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, it's big rainbow with a pot of vaginas at the end of it." And so this is the one. I guess it's a little tougher. Is I guess the kids come out younger now. So my little cousin, he came out to me when he was 13 years old, and his parents sent me a note thanking me for my support. I think that's what they meant when they said, if we ever see you again in any way, shape, or form, we will fucking kill you. I know. When you're gay, you have to look on the bright side. You have to be able to make lemonade out of bigots. We call it bigotade. It's great for family reunions. When you're caught between your racist uncle and your homophobic cousin, just pour yourself a nice tall glass of bigotade because it makes bigotry easy to swallow. So I just try and hone in on the positive. They said that they were going to kill my skinny ass, and I was like, oh my God, you think I'm skinny? And they wrote everyone in the family a note saying that I was a loser, but they spelled it with 2 O's. And yeah. Oh, good. Okay, I like that one too. And yeah, nobody really talks to me anymore because they think I made him gay. That's what they think. They think I made him gay, and I'm like, no. I told him to be bipolar. So okay, cool. That was the one. My manager's worried about me talking about that I'm gay because he's like, it's just for casting. And I was like, I don't get it. He's like, well, you wouldn't be cast as a romantic lead. And I was like, I don't know if we met. My name is Dana, and I don't think I'll ever be cast as one. I'm not really even cast. I don't know. I got this audition to go. It's just a stupid showbiz thing. I got this audition from my agency, and they called me. It was for a commercial, and they were like, "This is so you have an audition today, and it's for the It Girl. It's for the It Girl, and you're going here, and you're doing this." And I was like, "Oh, awesome! I'm going for the It Girl. That's right. I am the It Girl." They called back a couple hours later, and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry, we messed up. You're going out for the IT girl." And I was like, "Perfect." So awesome. All right, thanks for letting me work it out.
All right. Next up is going to be Morgan, and unless anyone wants to do if you want to do another 3, let me know. I'll get you up. Otherwise, that's the last one. So give it up for Morgan. Give it up. Come on. Yeah, we can still do it. Yeah. All right.
I hope this is okay. I hope it's okay. I'm not self-indulgent. Y'all are very talented. Seriously, this is good. And Ian, you bring a really good positive vibe to this mic because sometimes you have mics and just mad depressing. What was Justin the one with the faux hawk? Was that his name?
Yeah,
Jason. What if Jason hosted an open mic and just brought every person up with torture? Just talk about torture. So I tortured another person to come to the stage. You know what? Whatever. It was I don't know if you were here for that shit. Also, Izzy, if you were here earlier, you would have known that the person who invented cartwheeling was the guy who challenged me to a cartwheel contest the other night. Because I had a whole joke about cartwheel contests. Also, keep doing it.
Oh, thank you.
The fact that you said, I sucked in a different... Guys, I don't even have a set. I just want to motivate every single one in the room. That's what I want to do. But when you said I sucked in a different way, that's the nugget. Keep it. That's the seed that will grow into your 1 hour special. Sucking in a different way. What's your name? Richard. And then below it is Richard's new 1 hour special. He sucks in a different way. That could be your special. It's hilarious. It could be great. Yeah. Dick sucks in a harder way. He sucks hard. Dick sucks hard. Guys, my mouth is so sweaty. You ever been when you salivate for food, but I don't even have any food around me, my mouth is sweaty. You know that feeling? That's just a thought. We're gonna work on it. It's a seed that will grow. And Mike, It's dope. Was it? Connie? Nice job also. Everybody did a good job tonight. Is anybody here Irish? Yeah. Why is Irish food so nasty? Like, why is it? It's so disgusting. It's like, are there any other ingredients besides hot water and heat? It's like the chef is in the back. Like, you know what this needs? You know what this needs? More water, more hot water. Maybe we can cover this disgusting water flavor up with some mustard. Put some mustard on this cabbage. That's what everybody loves. Cabbage and mustard. I was doing a mic a couple weeks ago, and this dude, he had to get off stage. He didn't have enough time to finish his set. And he ended, this is how he ended. He's like, sorry guys, you're not going to get to hear how racist the other half of that joke is. Sorry. Listen, I do stand-up, been doing it for a little while, and we all know you gotta end on a high note. But to end on a racist mystery, that is some new level shit. Alright, you guys have been good. This has been awesome. Have a good night.
That's good. Good at motivating everyone, making fun of the Irish, doing a half racist joke. That's awesome. All right, give it up for Valentino. He's going again. All right.
Oh, yeah. Woo. Oh, man. Y'all gonna leave out on my dreams, man.
Not personal. I just hope I don't get a parking ticket.
Oh, okay. I got you, man.
I'm like a half hour late.
That's cool.
You know what, Valentino? I'm gonna
Fuck
leave
it. You gonna leave out too, man? You came with me. How you gonna do this to me?
I'm staying.
You gonna stay for me? Thank you.
I'm staying.
Thank you. No, you have to stay.
Fuck this.
Oh, no, don't leave me. I kind of wanted to do crowd work, because when did we get the chance, really, you know? When did we get the chance? I'm at a place right now where I feel like to make it in Hollywood is equivalent to make it in heaven. Like, I say that mainly because I don't feel there's many, like, big people in heaven. Like, there's not really too many big people in Hollywood. Because I was told that you have to climb a ladder to success to make it in Hollywood. You gotta climb stairs to make it to heaven. I haven't really met too many big people willing to climb anything. Like, these 2 steps right here just about killed me. I didn't want to do comedy tonight after this. No, it's too much. Hey, random thought: is the monkey from Hangover 2 the same monkey from Dr. Google and Pirates of the Caribbean? Cause like, who is his acting coach, man? He's getting all the work. I mean. He just getting everything. I went to a McDonald's audition not too long ago, and to make a long story short, they told me I was overqualified. I was basically born on McDonald's. I mean, the first thing I remember saying was, "I'm loving it." Like, it's crazy. It's crazy as fuck. So since I've been on this, since that stuff happened, I tried this vegan diet. It was alright, but I live next door to a Popeye's chicken. Do you know how hard it is to live next door to a Popeye's chicken being an African American male and you can't go in there and have it? Man, it used to take, especially on Tuesdays, you know?
Oh, yeah.
When they have the 2 pieces of meat for $1? Yeah, you know, don't you?
Yeah.
Man, it takes everything in me not to just go in there and order a flock of chicken. Like, I swear it just took everything in me. I swear, man. Being on this vegan diet, like, it made me to hate vegetarians, you know? Because vegetarians still believe it's okay to eat some kind of meat. Like, they think it's okay to eat, like, fish because it doesn't have eyebrows or it does. But fish have scales, and, like, scales have been a problem for me my whole life. That's the reason why I'm on a diet right now. Every time I step on one, it's a dilemma. Like, that's just how I feel right there about that shit. So I was reading in the news today that 900 college students got wrongly accepted into UCLA. Like, do you know how awful that must be to be a kid who had a 1.5 and he got the acceptance letter and he gave it to his parents and he finally thought he was gonna be something with his life? I would love to be there to see their face when they found out it was a mistake. Like, there's no going back after that. Shit. Can you sue somebody for that? Probably. Well, I don't know. That's how you can make it there. You can make it right there, bro. I'm gonna leave after this. No, it's the light. I'm the last guy. I don't care. Leave after this.
Izzy's going.
Is this going?
Yeah.
Are you trying to do this to me? You trying to come back at me? This is how you gonna do black on black crime?
I'll take your Popeyes.
Take skip you. That's cool. Oh man, so I just seen that they gave the verdict to whatever George Zimmerman. They accused him of second-degree murder. That's not good. Still, I don't think. You know, I think he should have got the first degree. That's just how I feel. I mean, look at the situation. Supposedly he was standing in his house and he called the police officers and like told them there was somebody suspicious walking in the neighborhood. What caused the guy to go outside? Like, what was the big deal to go outside? I didn't get it. He went outside and started following the kid. Then he shot him. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. I just want to talk about this. I ran out of stuff to say. But I feel that you can tell what era a person went homeless by what type of music device they listen to. Like, think about it. When you see the people with the cassette players and stuff like that, they know their stuff. They know how to be homeless. But the new people with the iPods and all the iPhones, those are the ones that are struggling with no arms and stuff like that. I don't know what I'm saying. Thank you.
The official last set of the night will be Izzy. One, because he's the last one who hasn't done 2 sets, and also because I have to go home and check my UCLA acceptance letter, which I'm starting to doubt very much. All right, now the man of the hour. Now that I've delayed enough, give it up for Izzy.
Who was the first person to do that? Like, who was the first person to be like... Yeah. Like, who was the first person? Okay. I live with my dad, so I don't live with my mom. But my mom lives in Chicago, and she's the opposite of my dad. Like, my dad is very cheap. Like, my dad's so cheap, he told my sister she couldn't have a period, so she has commas. So, like, my dad is cheap, and my mom is very responsible. Like, she called me the other day, and she was like, how are your grades? And I'm like, they're not looking too good. She's like, boy, don't play. I'll jump through the phone. And I was thinking, like, if my mom really jumped through the phone, by the time her head came out, I would just hang up. Then her head would just be hanging out the phone. She'd be like, call me back. I'd be like, no. Y'all gonna laugh at my stuff. What do Mexicans cut their pizza with? Little Caesars. Yeah. Can a Crip work at a blood drive? Yeah. Yeah. I go to a performing arts school in downtown LA. This set is reckless. I go to a performing arts school in downtown LA, and I like it because there at the performing arts school, they make you feel like you could be anything you want. Like, you could be anything you want at the performing arts school. You could be an actor, you could be gay, you could be a dancer, you could be gay, you could be a singer, you could be gay, you could be gay, you could be gay at our school. Ain't no closets at our school. Everybody's coming out of the lockers. You could be gay at our school. Like, our school's so gay, Clay Aiken's our mascot. Our school is it's pretty gay. School's so gay, when you graduate, you get a class belly ring. Like, our school is gay. You graduate with a cap and thong. Like, the school is gay. But, like, even though it's a performing arts school, like, we still got thugs. We still got thugs at our school, and it saddens me because, like, you can't be a thug at a performing arts school. You can't be a thug with talent. Like, just imagine this. Yeah, hard, all day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Valentino, Popeye's chicken. Yeah, hard all day. You hard up here, but down here you're in ballet first position? Like, you can't be a thug. You in a gang called the Plies? Like, what? You a thug that plays tuba? You can't be a thug that plays tuba? Tuba? Tuba. Tuba. I'm gonna say tuba. Tuba. All right, I'm done. I'm just gonna hold the mic. Tuba. Thank you. I saw you at Flappers. Yeah, that's my face.
All right. And with the reason why I cannot ever be called a thug, because I played tuba in the middle school band, we will end. Thank you guys very much. Our next open mic is on Friday. So check it out there. Yeah, same time on Friday. And if you come to Friday's show, I open mic, you can come to any of the stand-up shows for free. All right. Have a good night, guys.